to see the sign how far we are. All right, today we're going to bring a digital night vision scope. And this one can be used for a rifle or it could be used individually by itself. So we're going to take a look at it and see how it looks. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to mount it and show you a rifle on the actual show. So just bear with me. Let's go ahead and take a look at the actual product, all right? Just to let you guys know, this was sent to me by the vendor. So let's go ahead and review. I'm just going to show you how it works, what's included. I'm going to test it out. So let's go ahead and do that. First, out of the box, you get this carrying case. Look at the carrying case. This thing is heavy duty. So just be patient with it because it has its weight. It's less than a pound, but it's a little heavy. So I'm going to open it up. Look at that. First of all, in here, I'm going to open this so you guys can see the rest of it because there's included other packages in here. You get the batteries, right? You get 2 batteries, right? You get the actual screwdriver, which is Phillips, and an Allen wrench to set this up on your scope. You get an eyepiece. This is a silicone eyepiece. I'm going to open it up so you guys can see it. This is in case, and if you never shot a rifle, you're not supposed to put your face right next to the scope or you're going to hurt yourself. Well, in this case, look, it has that little spring on it. So in case you do put it closer, because you do have to have a dark area so you could get the night vision going. Look at that. Bounces perfect. In here, you get a power adapter to charging the batteries. You get the rail here, which, oh man, this is a plus. You guys have a rifle, you can mount it on pretty much a lot of types of rifles. Here's a rail, a cleaning cloth, USB type A to type C, a manual instruction how to use the actual scope. That's pretty much it. We covered the inside. Now, I want to take off this bad boy. Look at this. It's made for the actual scope, so it won't get damaged on any kind of trips that you take. If you're going to go hunting at night or somewhere, you're taking this outdoors, look at this case enclosure, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at the actual scope. All right, if you guys can see the scope, beautiful out of the box, all right? Now, if you guys can see, there's an open box here, and I'm gonna show you something even more clever. On the scope, you can capture and record. There's an SD card connection right next to it. Right here, you guys can see SD cards included with the Type-C, so you can transfer the files over to your computer, all right? That's outstanding. Now, if you guys see this is a quick release on it. All right. So it's a if you guys never use a quick release, it's like if you want to change out scopes, you have your old scope, you could just quick release automatically. Now you do have to adjust it to your rifle. All right. Not every rifle is the same. So adjust it. Once you adjust it, there's a little knob here that you could adjust it. You could thread it with your actual hand. All right. Look at this. Releasing, easy to put in place. And we're going to test it out on the actual top of the rifle, right? We're going to blur it out as much as we can. Now, to open the casing, here it is. You open it up, and it's also hand, all right? Or if you don't have it, you could do a flathead, or look at that. There's only one direction, the actual batteries, how they've been in place, if you guys can see that. All right, let's take a close look at the actual scope, first of all, right? The scope itself has another rail on the top. It has a focus here on the side, all right? Another focus for your eyelid here on the back. Now, let's go ahead and hit the buttons and show you a couple of the entries, all right? First of all, you got 2 lenses in the front, all right? And that's for it's going to be the laser pointer, right? Because it does have a rangefinder too. Now, let's take a look at the actual button. The buttons themselves are very simple. You got your power button right in the center. Now, the power is also going to be the recording button too, right? You click on it, it starts recording. You click on it again, it starts. So when you want to turn it off and on, you have to hold it a longer click, right? Now, up button. The up button is going to be for more like zooming in. That's a zoom in button, right? Right, it's going to be changing the actual crosshair. And then your templates, which are your range. This is a range, how you want to range it to, right? And of course, you could change you could turn off everything on the left. You could completely clear it off if you want. That's an option, right? So very simple. On the side of it, this is what you can do. You have your SD card, your Type-C connection, and then one important thing that I forgot to mention, that if you plug in your computer, you can transfer the files directly to a PC instead of taking out the memory card. All right, this is how dark it is right now while I'm filming, all right? just to show you the difference between the day and night. And this is the scope itself. All right, so I come to one of the darkest places I can find in here, and look at this. I'm recording it from the actual phone. All right, so it looks super fantastic, and this is a long range scope. All right, so I'm gonna show you a couple features on it. All right, and so see, everything looks like day here, and it's dark. All right, let's take a look at some of the features on the actual system. All right, so I'm gonna zoom in as much as I can on the phone. All right, and I'm gonna show you some of the features. All right, so up arrow, you're gonna be able to zoom in 1, 2, and 3, and then goes back. Now side arrow, the right arrow, look at this, different types of colors for your scope: green, red, and white, and blue. Look at that. And then on the which is left hand, now down, change the whole theme, get rid of it. Look at that, different sightings. I like it that you have different types. Now we're gonna go to down arrow. Down arrow, it tells you range, right? If you guys can see that. Look at that. Everything's included here, different templates. So you could scroll down. If your shot's off, look at that. You could range it here. All right. Very simple. I mean, this whole setup itself, I like the whole thing. The center button, which is a power button, if you click on it once, it starts recording automatically. All right. Click again, it stops recording. So you have your ranges, your setups. Look at that. All right, so we're going to demonstrate this on an airsoft. All right, this is an airsoft, but it's actually very accurate as a real thing. I do own a real rifle, but this is actual airsoft. All right, so we're going to go ahead and test this rail system, right, and how easy it is to release. If you guys have a rail system just like I do, you could just fold the button, but you could tighten it up on both ends here on this side and this side. So it's very simple to actually tie it and loosen it up. This is going to fit a lot of the rifles. All right, there's an adjusted area here that you could adjust it for a wider end, a wider entering. All right, so this was not just for this type of rifle, but it could be for various different type of rifle. Make sure that you set up some of the, they take a look at some of the features to see the measurements first before you purchase something like this. So very simple, overall outstanding scope. I'm very impressed. By itself, it's a great scope, not just for hunting, but also bird watching and also filming. So it has a long zoom lens, digital stuff, very simple. It looks like daylight and night, easy to use, easy to install out of the box. I like it. I hope you guys enjoy the video.